Well, good morning, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Tyler's Real Fishing. We are back out here at the Danger Lake. Is it really raining? Gosh dang it. Are the straps off? You dingus. How long have you operated a boat for?
I thought you got the straps.
I felt that. I was like, okay, this boat's not going anywhere. Bravo, father. Now we're in business. Yeet. Now we're cooking with gas, boys. There we go. That was a good eventful start to the day. Well, howdy everybody, and welcome back to another episode. I'm out here today on the same lake that I caught that big fish on the jig last time. If you guys have not seen that video, click up here in this corner, I believe it will be. But out here in the Black Pearl today, the LTB wrapped skeeter with my dad. Yo! Always a good time fishing with the father. And so hopefully we're gonna teach you guys a few things about pre-spawn fishing, about fishing docks, fishing rocks. I'm excited though to get on the water, and we'll see you guys when we catch the fish. Okay, I lied. One more thing real quick. The first thing I do before I start any fishing day is I open up the Angler app and I start my trip. And you guys will see more and more about this app throughout the year. That's what this tracker is, the bullseye here on my hat. But I started my trip here in the Angler app. And now we're ready to catch a fish. We good? Looking great. Let's get some rods. Going. Little guy. The first one covering water on the crankbait. Oh man, he's all beat up. Bring him in here. Yes. Fat little guy. Definitely a fat little female. Ate the wigglewort. Classic pre-spawn crankbait here in Texas. That fish weighs 2 pounds and it's not even 14.5 inches. All right, well, interesting that you have all those scars on you, my lady. But thanks for biting. I know I can catch fish on a crankbait, I guess. She was all on the bank. I mean, like, there. Going. Open water. Interesting. Little guy, though. Yeah. And that one is a male. 100% a male. I apologize for the construction noise. Got him. Got him. Biggin. Get out of that tree. Get out of that tree. Nah, he's not big. He's not big. He's just bigger. Yes. Whoa. There we go. 2.5, 3 pounder. Right where you want to see him. On the jig, in the dock, in the nasty stuff, in the juice of the trees. That's what I'm talking about. 20-pound fluorocarbon, flipping jig. Yeah. And we're gonna stick this fish in the live well, and you may be asking, Tyler, why are you doing that? Well, because first off, fish do fine in the live well when you fill them up, give them some aeration. Also, I'm with my dad fishing, and we never get to do that. So we're gonna take a quality picture. So chill yourselves out. Woo! That was too juicy. I got around too many poles. So we have made our way down to the main lake area of the lake here, and it definitely looks a lot different than it did up at the top. It's definitely not as steep, not as much rock and wood, and so we're gonna try to decipher where these fish are at on the main lake. Now, we've caught big fish in the past and one good one today up the river, but I've heard the majority of the big fish are on the main lake. So we're gonna try some main lake rocks, some main lake docks, main lake wood, whatever we can find, and let you guys know what happens. I got a fish. I knew there'd be a fish here. I don't think he's big. Might not be small. No, he's not big. Oh, he got it choked though. Look at that.
Wow.
Okay, this is how you can tell that they are feeding on what you are throwing. When they have it absolutely choked down the mouth. Gonna need pliers for this sucker. You got it good. See ya, bud. Have a great life. All right. We are slowly putting together the clues. Well, the fishing bite has slowed down, so my dad and I got off the boat here. We are on some very, very shallow ground that usually is actually covered by water. And so we're gonna do a little bit of adventure exploring time here on the lake. Now, if you guys saw the last video, I explained that the reason why we're able to do this right now and why the fishing is usually, not today, but so good on this lake currently is because the lake is being drawn down. And so we had a whole lot of floods that basically devastated a lot of the houses and lake houses and docks in this area, which left a lot of debris and, as you'll see in a second, boats basically scattered across the shoreline. And so they've lowered down the water level to allow people to fix their docks and retrieve their belongings that may have washed down the river. So we're gonna walk over here. I don't know what kind of boat it is, but no one's claimed it, so looks like it's ours. See if this was the almighty. All right, guys, I found this piece of treasure today. It's a blue bucket. You know, it's pretty cool. Thought I'd let you know. Cops called. That's a possible murder weapon. Honestly, though, we're gonna be honest here. This light bulb, possibly a murder weapon. Here it is. Looks like we have stumbled upon a Supra Launch 21V. It's definitely seen better days, I'd say. Were they partying?
They were partying.
They were partying too hard. Partying, and they ran their boat aground. It looks like they did some work to it here, and they tried to get the boat out with these pipes. Didn't quite work. Interesting. What does a boat like this usually cost?
30, 40, 50.
30, oh.
New is 60 or 70.
Yeah. Gee. Ugh. Oh yeah, it looks pretty nasty up in here. Yeah, I think this could be a nice new watercraft.
Little wax, you know, I think it'd be pretty good.
You know, I really think that this thing here, totally fixable. You know, not a big deal. If you were to sell this thing on Craigslist, it would be mint condition. Only seen the water a few times. Well, hopefully the owner comes back for this boat one day, although I don't know what it's gonna be worth anymore. Does insurance cover this? I assume the owner of a Supra 21V is going to have insurance. All right, well, thanks for playing around, boat. I hope that your owner comes back for you one day. Oh, yes. We got the Max Flyer. Just father-son playing catch. Nothing better. Oh. We see some animal tracks. Comment below if you can tell us what these are. Ooh, here we go. Let me zoom in. What is that one there? The thing about having a brand new boat is that I do not want to get mud on my carpet, so we got this piece of wood here. I'm gonna wash my feet on it. Small. I knew it was like either a fish or a rock. Oh, quad. Yes! Let's go. This here is the Guadalupe Bass. It is the state fish of Texas. It's kind of a mixture between a spotted bass and a largemouth. Beautiful. That's a good quality Guadalupe bass. They only get, the world record is 3.8 pounds, so that's a good quad. Heck yeah. Kaloosh. They're chomping the A-rig. They're chomping it. So before we call it a day, we're going to weigh my big fish. I doubt that it'll go 4. It is a nice, heavy, healthy fish, but I don't think she'll go 4. There we go. We'll take it though. Definitely a good fish. Gonna hand it over to my dad for the weight on the Z Connect scale, the Bluetooth scale that I use. You guys can get your own for 15% off using code TRF down in the description. What do we get? Oh, 3.88, 3.8, almost a 4-pounder. There we go. Heck yeah. We're gonna release these two fish here. Sorry for the noise in the background, but keeping them in the live well all day. Didn't do nothing. Look at that, swimming off nice and healthy. See you, girls. Heck yeah. Now, let's tell you guys how we caught our fish. So we are back here at the ramp. The ramp that we use is currently being used for construction purposes. There is a cement truck that has decided he wants to dump his cement at the same time that we're putting our boat on the trailer. So hopefully he doesn't take but a few minutes for me to explain how we caught our fish today. But it was definitely a successful day in terms of fish catching. My dad and I had a great time as always getting out in the water together. But we did not get that one big fish bite like we got last time I was out here on the jig. And one, it could have been because I only had one color of that jig and it broke last time, but I think that because of the cold front we had and the kind of changing weather we had today, these fish were in a little bit of a funk. And so the same ways that I was able to catch them this time or last time were used this time, but I'd say the moving bait was more of a factor in today's fishing. So I'm going to kind of explain the two moving baits that I fished most often today to catch some fish, and that is the Alabama rig and the wigglewort. Both of these are classic pre-spawn moving baits. One, illegal in most states, and of course one very, very popular in the middle of the United States. And I love to throw these things around the pre-spawn. They are absolute fish catchers, especially in this early time of the year here in Texas. The wigglewort, this color here is a custom craw color. I bought it at the tackle shop connected to the Lew's headquarters in Missouri, Table Rock, Missouri. And I believe it's called Table Rock Craw. It was like a $16 paint job, but awesome, awesome lure. It has an action that is very, very distinct to this bait itself, and just lends itself to be very, very successful in the pre-spawn. And the other one you guys have seen me make videos on is the A-rig. Of course, this thing is only legal in a certain amount of states, and in Texas you can have as many hooks as you desire. I know other states have 1, 2, or 3 hook minimums. Here in Texas we have 5 hooks or more, and I just love throwing this thing because it imitates a large school of bait fish. And as you saw, the biggest fish today came off of the Alabama rig, which is usually the case. Usually when I'm throwing a whole bunch of different moving baits, the A-rig is the one that gets the biggest fish. Now my A-rig combo has changed a little bit since I was last fishing with this in a video. I was throwing it on the Pro TI last time with 65-pound braid because I was around wood. Now I'm around rock, and so I'm throwing it on the Super Duty Magnum by Lew's with 20-pound fluorocarbon, I think 25 pound fluorocarbon, and then the same exact Yumbrella Flash Mob Junior. And my wigglewort setup here is the Lew's Custom Speed Stick Crankbait Rod 1 with some 12-pound fluorocarbon and the Lew's Pro TI. Really any reel works, but this thing casts incredibly well and incredibly far. So if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and please, please like this video. It may not seem all that important that you guys click the like button itself, but YouTube ranks videos based on the amount of engagement that a video gets. So if you guys can please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Tyler's Shore Fishing.